Hi, my name is Robin Flynn. I'm going to share with you today some software that I think that you could find handy for sharing processes with your team and possibly even with your clients. It's called Scribe, and if you Google Scribe or just go to scribehow.com, you'll come into their landing page, of course. Just enter your email address, set up a password, sign up for the free plan. I don't think that you need any more than that. And then you'll come into this page here. So let me just show you what the end result is before I get into the process of doing that. So here's one here. You can see what I've done is set up a process for running, I think this was a report, running a report in Xero. So it shows you where to start, and the little orange dot points to where you need to click. And then it's got each step. So step 3 is click reports. It shows you where on the screen to click it. Advisor, and this is for a TPAR declaration. And it just goes through the entire process. And to get this workflow mapped out, all you need to do is record your screen. So I'll just go back and show you what you can do to record a process. So the first thing that you'll need to do when you come in here, if you click on new, it will come up and say add the Chrome extension. So do that. And then once you've done that, you're ready to go. So there's really not much involved in the setup. So I'm going to record a process now, and then I can show you exactly what's involved in it. If we go new Scribe, I'll choose, I want to do this one here, so Xero. And I'll go back to the start. So the dashboard, you'll see this is recording here. And I'm going to go payroll, pay employees. Add a pay run. I think that's my internet. It's a little bit running a bit slow today. And then we'd click on each of these and just make sure that they're being paid the right amount of hours. Let's scroll down. And we'll hit save or close. And post the pay run. Click yes, and that's a short process recorded. So what I'm going to do is come over to the controls here, and if I click on that, it shows the controls. So you can pause the recording if you start, clicking around to the wrong places. You can just click pause recording. If you start and it's just not what you're wanting to do, click delete. It just deletes it straight away, and you can start again, move the controls, or what we're going to do, which is complete the recording. And here's the process. So it's recorded that, I went to the dashboard, click payroll, pay employees, add pay run. It's recorded it all for us. So before I use this in my business, there are a couple of little things that I would probably do to tidy it up. You might prefer, if it's just for yourself, that might be just enough for you, but let's just make a couple of changes. So this is Xero Workflow for payroll. And you can add a description. payroll process for clients. Maybe this is not the best URL, so let's just change that to Xero.com. And also I noticed that we do the, click forward, like click next, click next, click next. So let's just delete these, or maybe you don't want to show these. You don't want to have these showing up. So let's go merge steps and let's get rid of these ones that are just save and next, save and next. Let's get rid of those. So we'll go merge those, and then we've got a great process set up that we can share with our staff. So I'm going to click done, and then I'll show you how to share it. So up here, the share button, just be careful of the settings here. I would use, if you're sharing it with staff, shared with your business, and there's also shareable with a link. So yeah, just take care of those. If you're sharing, particularly if you're recording something that's got information on it, you might want to, just be careful with those settings. So you can enter an email address here and send it straight off. The next option is Smart Embed. So there's a lot of different software that you can embed into. I know that most websites you can embed. ClickUp you can embed, and look, there's all of these ones up here that they've sort of suggested. If you click here, there's even more. So to do that, you would just copy the embed snippet and then paste it into whichever software you're using. I'll show you what it looks like. If we click Preview Embed, what it would show up on your website is like this, and then you click through, and it's sort of just not a video, but a step-by-step guide that you click through. So you can use that, but I think the most popular one's probably going to be the copy link and the export as a PDF. So the copy link, obviously you copy it, but I'm going to jump into PureWorkflow and show you how you would use that link in PureWorkflow. So here we're in a subtask, and if I go edit description, I could put in here process documented here, and then save that. And anybody working through these steps would come across this, and while you might have the steps outlined, it might be really good to have something visual that they can click through and see. So if they clicked on here, this is what it would look like to them. So they could read through this and get a step-by-step of how it is that you do that process. The other thing that you might like to do is upload it as an attachment. So let me just go back here to export, and you just go to export as a PDF. It's generating it. We'll view the PDF. Here it is here. So just click download. And now I'll jump back into PureWorkflow, and you can see I've already uploaded one before, but you will go attach a new file, click here, choose it, and that's it, it's been uploaded. So again, anybody working through these steps in PureWorkflow can come here, and there's additional information. So if they click on this preview, there it is there for them. So they don't need to download it. They can just view this additional content that's going to assist them in getting their work done. I think there's just one more thing that I think is worth looking at. Let me just jump back here. If I go to, sorry, I've just got to think about it. I'll go to this one that I've just done. I've just got to remember how to do it. Okay, well, this is a different one, but that's all right. If I just select all of this, so you know how you hold your cursor down or hold your button down and select, and then right click. No, it's not going to do it. Let me start from the bottom and go up. Okay, I'll go right click and go copy, and then jump into a Google Sheet or Excel if you'd rather use Excel, and then I paste. And then you've got here the steps that you took. So it doesn't have the pictures, but sometimes you don't need all of the pictures. So this could be handy. So I'm just going to copy this. Again, jump into PureWorkflow, and perhaps we just want to have the steps in here. So I'm going to paste those in. Now this is a little bit fiddly, but it's not nearly as fiddly as typing them all out. So let me just do this. One line for each number, and then I'm going to highlight them all and add a dot point. Maybe I'll add numbers. There. So then you've got the steps. You can look at the link, and there was also an attachment as well. I'll go save. Yep. So you've got the steps written out. If they need to see it visually, they can click there, and there's a PDF if they want to look at it. So I don't know whether people will want to use this, but it is a little bit of a hack, and I think it's definitely worth knowing about. So let me just go back to my dashboard. I think really that's everything that you need to know. It's so simple to use. I've set up 2 different folders, one for client processes, one for internal processes. So if I wanted to, I could throw all of these into internal processes, and then that's where my staff would find them. To be honest, I don't think they're going to come in here. They would be accessing it all from my workflow software because the links and everything are all in there. So this is probably going to be a place that you would use for yourself to keep things organised, and I think your staff will be accessing it directly from your workflow software. So I hope that's been really helpful for you.